Hi, we're back. Now, we've talked a lot about adding value to the association or networking group that you're in. Now, I want to talk to you about how to add value to each individual members. And I want to talk to you about the concept of net helping. Net helping means that you help other people develop their network. Now, of course, you've got to have some network on your own, but typically, this is where you start introducing people to others. This is where you start giving referrals. This is where you start giving before you ask for things. Okay? Now, give you a story. In Indonesia, of course, there's a lot of mining activities. At one point, we had a client who was a consultant in mining, and I had another network who was doing mining surveys. He had airplanes and stuff like that, and yet another network who was doing medical service to the mining industry. I met them in separate times and places, but when we started getting to know each other, I saw the connection, I saw the link that they could actually do something together because they were kind of catering to the same type of industry. Okay. So I asked each and every one of them, I said, would it be interesting for you if I connected you with a person who did this and this? And of course, they all said yes. And I didn't have time to put them all together, have drinks together, or dinner together, or anything like that, because I was quite busy. So I said, would it be okay if I just introduced you over email? Of course, they said yes again, and I did. And a couple months passed. I heard nothing, of course, aside from thank you. Yet a couple months later, one of them called me out for lunch, and he said, I really want to thank you because what you've done has actually developed my business. Okay, so apparently he's worked with one or both of them, and they've actually worked on something together. So it's gotten results for him, and he wanted to appreciate me for it. That was really nice. The other time I was meeting up with a group CEO of a travel company, and in my network there was also a country manager of an airline. And just the bell rang inside me, and I said, whoa, these people, I mean, the group CEO just came to Indonesia. He hadn't been there for long. He didn't know many people. But these two should talk, because what he was heading up was a pretty new project. It would interest the airline person. And the airline itself was a pretty new airline who was up and coming and really wanted to be exclusive, etc. And I think that would be interesting to the travel company. So after a few tries, it was pretty hard to get three busy people together, but we all wanted to meet together. And yeah, I had nothing to do with it, so-called, except just to act as to facilitate the introduction. But I came along, and I spent morning coffee with them. And you know what? I sat there learning about the travel industry and airline industry for 1.5 hours. It was an amazing experience for me to learn something, and but for them, it was great. I think they hit on a few common threads, and I don't know where it went from there, but they sure seemed grateful when it ended. Okay, so what am I here to say? I mean, even now, I get people who ask me to connect them to other people. I have a friend who is working on a big project that involves charities, and he's asking me, do you know anyone in this country, that country, in this country that I can go to? So what that enables me to do is become a resource for people. And if there's nothing else I can add value to them, being a resource and contacts is sure valuable. I mean, is really something that sets me apart sometimes, I think. And people also know me for being generous. I honestly, some of those incidences that I told you about, I did not get any business from. I didn't even get any referrals from. But I sure got reputation. And I think they speak positively of me to other people. And if that helps build my reputation as a trustworthy, generous, giving person, I'll take it. Okay, I'll take it. A reputation is really expensive. I'm investing in mine. You should invest in yours too. Okay, so that's the concept of net helping. You've got to have a bit of network, and you've got to understand what people do. And here's the thing, if you're too busy at networking events talking about yourself, you really don't know what they do and don't know where are the opportunities to net help. So I invite you to think about how net helping can work for you. Who in your network right now can you start referring them to each other? can you help more? And net helping doesn't always have to be referrals. Let's say you don't have a network yet. What do? You've got expertise, you know things, you know knowledge. Net helping could also be giving people ideas on how to improve their business. Now, some of you people say, well, that's patented goods. I'm going to run out if I give people ideas, and I'm not going to give ideas for free. Look, I'm in the business education industry, and I do it because I've got so much in my head. I've got so much material. I've got so much knowledge, and I'm always adding more. I'm not afraid of giving little things away. I am sure there's a well of knowledge, and my well is pretty deep. Okay, I have the security that I'm not going to lose by giving. Now, some of you who are thinking you're going to run out, here's my challenge to you: deepen your well. If you're going to run out just by giving little bits, that means you pretty don't have too many things to give. You don't know too many things. I would invite you to deepen your well and deepen your well of knowledge. Okay? So, look at your list of networks. Figure out how you can net help, whether it's by introducing them to other networks or by adding value to them in terms of ideas, improvements, things like that. Okay? Be a person who is known for giving, and you'll be amazed how much you will receive. I'll see you in the next video.